watching Morning at NTV.
Good morning once again, and thank you for staying with us right here in Morning at NTV. We're heading into our Tech Note conversation of the day, taking a look at what's happening in Kyambogo University. On September 25th, a vote of no confidence was moved against Jonathan Tundulu, the Guild President of Kyambogo University, by the Guild Representative Council GRC. Tundulu was impeached by the council on grounds that he is concentrating on national politics, abandoning his responsibility to students, being selfish, abusing his ministers, and not providing accountability. Mr. Tundulu is a member of Bobi Wine's People Power movement and has been accused of focusing on national politics instead of the student issues right there. Now, his impeachment led to 2 days of, anyway, low-key riots that were quickly put down by the police and the UPDF. Questions around his impeachment have gotten a lot of people asking, what is happening at Kyambogo University? And to answer these questions, we have the university's Dean of Students, Mrs. Mildred Tibananuka, and she joins us right now in studio. Many thanks for joining us, Ms. Mildred.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming to Morning at NTV.
Murimutoko.
I understand you're from Hoima.
Yes.
You are Wally.
Yes, I
and
am.
I'm Akiki.
Oh.
Murikurungi. By to her at Kyambogo, things are not well. What is happening at Kyambogo right there?
Kyambogo University, as you have mentioned, the Guild President, Mr. Jonathan Tundulu, was given a vote of no confidence by the GRC together with the executive. And that happened on the 2nd of October. The majority of the GRC voted in favor of the motion of no confidence. Actually, the number was overwhelming. And after that, the president, of course, has a team of his supporters. They went on rampage. They tried to destroy university property. And, of course, police came in and intervened, and calm was restored. But the next day, which was Thursday, they staged a strike, but which was generally not supported by other students. There were just a very few students who are moving from lecture to lecture, caning students and chasing them out of lecture room. And this, of course, police came in and calm was restored, but of course, a number of lectures were interrupted. This continued on Friday. And on Friday, Mr. Tundulu Jonathan himself was found with another team of students, chasing students from the lecture rooms and caning them. And he was picked and arrested by police and taken to Ginger Rose police station, where he stayed up to Monday of this week when he was released. While they were all that was taking place, the GRCs specifically were being hunted for. Those they managed to find were caned and molested, and actually many of them remained in hiding. That continued around this week. Another team of students were also arrested, including a student from Makerere by the names of Omoit Elvis. Rumor has it that he is a chairperson of Lumumba Hall. And we are taken to police also. But as I speak right now, calm has been restored, and business is moving on smoothly in the university. And as I said earlier, the number of students that were involved in that was quite small. That's
why we saw them moving around caning them, because they could not adhere to their calls to join the strike.
The majority were not in support of it, and they are busy. The semester is about to end, and the students are reading, and they were not so much involved in this, because it was a leaders' matter, not a general students' matter.
So Mr. Tundulu is now out of jail?
He's out of jail.
Yes. And his counterparts too?
Yes, those who were arrested with him, because you know there were two separate arrests. Those who were arrested with him were arrested together with him, but the second lot, I think, were taken to court on Tuesday. I have not followed up, I must say, that whether they are out or not yet.
Well, your boss, the University Vice Chancellor, Ms. Professor Eli Katunguka, came out to say that The university has no money to organize by-election, saying that election only would cost 180 million Uganda shillings. Isn't he essentially rejecting Mr. Tundulu's impeachment?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because usually the guild in the university has their budget, and they budget for their activities. And of course, normally we run one election in an academic year, and as it were, in a financial year, and they have a budget for one activity. Now, with this vote of no confidence, if they went to what would be kind of a referendum or a vote of the guild, maybe before even you go to the cost, if you look at the university calendar, right now we are just about a month to examinations. And if you go into subjecting students to such an election for all the students, that would disrupt them from concentrating on their academic work right now. And that would not be fair to them, and really it would be not taking the academic work seriously. But if you look at the issue of finances, which really to me was not the major issue, the budget, the guild budgets, they have a budget, and they budget for elections, and they have one activity of election in the financial year. Now, with this motion of no confidence being taken to the guild, it would mean if you vote, it actually would call for 2 votes. You vote, and if the president loses or the other one, or the GRC loses, then you go to the next election. And if you look at the calendar right now, within 1 month of examinations, that was basically really difficult to do. Yeah.
So it's because of the exams, not the money?
Majorly the examinations and the university calendar, although also the money really, you know, you must spend what you are budgeted for. And these are eventualities that really you don't oversee for. And to Kyambogo University, we have never had a vote of no confidence.
Mr. Stephen Nanuka, now these strikes usually come as a result of a breakdown in communication. Are you really listening to your students?
Oh, we do. We do. That strike did not have anything to do with the student issues. It was issues to do with leadership. The student leaders were not happy with
because usually the leaders speak for the students.
True.
Yes.
The leaders speak for the students. And in this particular instance, it was not issues with the students' issues. It was disagreement with the student leaders themselves. The GRC, the executive, had issues with the president. And
focusing on national politics and not student issues.
These
national issues affect the way universities are being run?
Well, when I look at our student leadership, it is supposed to focus on student issues. The matters of students, the leaders are supposed to liaise. They are a liaisonary body between the management and the students for purposes of handling students' issues. When they bring in so much of national politics, they may get derailed. But usually we have not had that as a big problem. They identify with whatever party or political inclination they belong to. But when they come back to the university, basically they focus on the issues that concern the students. Really, ideally, the national politics should not be interfering with the students if the leader knows what to do. Really, his political inclination has nothing to do with students' issues, surely.
So and that's why the GRC was inclined to impeach him? No.
It was not basically the issue of political inclination. It's just one of the reasons. They had other issues. They were actually the GRCs were talking of lack of respect and many other issues. And for instance, there was a committee that is made up of GRC members whose allowances the president cut to pay other students who are not GRCs. That angered some members of the GRC. Earlier on, actually, they had complained of lack of respect, that sometimes he storms out of the meeting. And I actually had organized one meeting to meet the GRCs in an attempt to begin handling their differences. And while that was going on, I'm given to understand even the executive had their own quarrels with the president. And actually what really broke the last cord that was connecting their relationship was when the president suggested that they should be assessed by a committee that is non-constitutional. And this angered the executive so much, let alone whatever disagreements they had been having. This they rejected outright, and they refused to go for the assessment by this committee that was non-constitutional. And that's what really actually brought the vote of no confidence immediately.
So, Mr. Tawananka, a vote of no confidence led to the impeachment of the Guild president, and there are no elections going to be held, no by-elections. Won't this create a power vacuum in your university?
Well, even in the Guild constitution, it provides when you don't have the president and the executive, there is a caretaker government. But generally, and the dean of students' office is part of that, and some students. So usually there is no vacuum. There shouldn't be any vacuum. The services are due to the students should be given.
Well, you have been accused of instigating Mr. Tundulu's impeachment. How true is this statement? Are you influencing student decisions?
No, that has never happened, and it didn't happen this time round. That's not true. As I said earlier on, the student leaders are there to
because many feel like it's a pull and push from the dean of students and the Guild president.
No, that's
like a personal issue, like a warfare between you two.
No. That's not correct.
Please.
That's not correct.
Demystify.
No, that's not correct because student leaders, as I have said, are there to unite us with their colleagues in handling their issues. And why would we support or what be interested in removing a particular leader? Of course, the rumor that because he belongs to people power, that's not an issue. Because national politics has nothing to do with the issues of students. And besides, really, in a university setting, students are free to, they are free thinkers. They should be free to associate with any political inclination of their choice. And as you are aware, in universities, many students have come in, and if you would say maybe they are from not the ruling government, we have worked with them without any challenges. What is special with this one? So I don't think that is correct, and it's not true.
It is not true.
It's not true.
Well, the University Vice Chancellor, that's Professor Ed Katunguka, he did say that the violence was fueled by students from Makerere University and MOOBS. How true is this statement?
Well, the students of Makerere did join the students of Kyambogo. It is true that they failed it because a number of them had been coming around, we were being told so. But there is proof that one student on a Tuesday was arrested among a team of students that were entering lecture rooms, caning students and chasing them out of lecture rooms. That student who was arrested is by the name of Omoit Elvis, a student of Bachelor of Forestry.
It's mind-boggling. Why would students leave MOOBS, Makerere University, invade Kyambogo University to get into something that doesn't involve them?
I do not know. Maybe university students are young people who really want, adventure and all that. Otherwise, I do not see any reason why they should leave their own university to come and join issues that do not concern them. But it happens that that's what it is. That
might ignite some conspiracy theory that you were trying to fight the Guild president on your own, and there are some rumors that you had already handpicked someone to replace Mr. Tundulu even before impeachment. How true is this rumor?
No, when things happen, the public can really come up with anything.
So you didn't handpick anyone to replace him?
It's not possible. You cannot handpick a leader for students. Students have to elect their own leaders, and we have the university management never ever interferes in student leadership. The person they pick is the person we work with. If they need grooming, and actually we always do the grooming and make sure that they perform their duties to the best of the expectations of their colleagues. No, we cannot have anybody anywhere. That's not true also.
Now, there have been various student mothers and mothers involving Kyambogo students. How does the university ensure that its students are safe?
Yeah, when such happens, of course, when anybody's security is endangered, that becomes a matter of national interest. And therefore, police usually is called in, and people's lives are protected and property is protected. So usually when there is such kind of unrest, the police is called in, and usually they come and help.
Your last call to the students right there who have been striking from last week and this week. What's your last call to them as we wrap up?
I would like to call upon them to concentrate on their core business at the university. All other issues are important. Yes, leadership is important, but their core business at university is academics. Right now, the semester is winding up. They have to do the examinations. They should not waste their precious time that they have. They should concentrate on their books and prepare for the examinations so as to be able to excel. That's what I would advise them.
Dean of Students, Mrs. Mildred Tibananuka, thank you for having made the time to speak to NTV. It's been absolutely wonderful to have you help us demystify the rumors surrounding the Kyambogo strike. There have been so many rumors you wouldn't believe, but thank you for coming.
Thank you. You're welcome.
I've been talking to Miss Mildred Tibananuka. She's the Dean of Students right there at Kyambogo University right there, that has been mired in protests since Thursday, Friday last week. And she also says this week there were some low-key protests right there, but then everything calm has been restored and everything at the university is business as usual. Right about now, we are going to take a very short break. You're still watching Morning at NTV with me, Romeo Busiku. We'll be right back with more exhilarating information. Keep it here.